Good morning and welcome to English Lessons on Iman TV. We are going to start our lesson as usual with a vocabulary exercise, and then the rest of our lesson will be all on grammar. And you will review the tenses. We'll use the future tense, and then what are the differences between when and while. We'll look at that, and then you'll look at the verb forms. این نهایی بسیار محترم تلویزیون ایمان درس امروز با یک امتحان لغت شروع میکنیم. بعداً باقی درس ما همش موضوعات گرامری است. امیدوار هستم که با تقدیم درس‌های زیاد گرامر ما شما را به اصطلاح درد سر نتم، اما بعضی از این درس‌ها قسمتش تکراری است و بعضش درس‌هایی است که شما او را نخواندین و امروز او را خدمت شما تقدیم میکنیم. یعنی درس نو است به ارتباط تنس یا اما اشکال مختلف فعل. So now let's do the vocabulary test, the vocabulary review. So the first part you could do is what? Repeat after me together. Please repeat. Colleague, colleague. Exercise, exercise. Condo, condo. Pray, pray. Terrible, terrible. Vaccine, vaccine. Backyard, backyard. Nap, nap. So colleague, simply in Farsi it means what? همکار. یعنی کسی که همراه آدم در یک مؤسسه یک دفتر کار میکنه او رو به نام colleague یا coworker میگیم ما شما. اکسرسایز چند معنا داره، شما در دست میتونید یک اکسرسایز مثلا انجام بدین، اما در اینجا ورزش معنا میده. You go to a gym to do exercise, okay? So that's ورزش. کاندو معناش آپارتمان است که او را به یک شخص تعلق داشته باشه. پری وظیفه است که دعا کردن است یا نماز خواندن. terrible معناش است که very bad و یعنی میشه یک نفر یک مرض بد داره، he has a terrible disease. یک روز بسیار خراب داشته باشید، چیزای خراب واقع میشه در روزتان، میگین what? I had a terrible day, a very very bad day. So terrible means what? Very very bad. Vaccine شما فارسی همین لغت واکسین میگیم ما شما. backyard معنایش حولی معنا میده و nap معناش استراحت کردن برای یک زمان کوتاه. به اصطلاح فارسی کردکی ما شما اینو ما شما پینکی میگیم، یعنی برای 15 دقیقه 10 دقیقه یک نفر استراحت میکنه، اینو به نام nap میگن. Now let's see if you could use these words in the blank spaces I have provided here. So I have a sentence and then a blank space, and I want you to use the correct word there. You don't have to worry about changing the form of the verb here. Just think of the meaning only, okay? So the first one, my neighbor had a big birthday party in his what? So there is one word that fits here. Number two, is there a blank for flu? Remember flu is a kind of disease. My cousin bought a 2-story in the city. A 2-story what? Jim works with Rahman in the same company. Jim is Rahman's what? They work in the same company. What do you call people that they work in the same company? Think about it. Rahim in a gym every day. Rahim does what in a gym every day? Remember, we studied the word, and it's up there. Do you take a blank in your office every day? Do you take a what in your office every day? Number 7. In Afghanistan, Ali used to blank in a mosque every Friday. Wars cause tragedies. What kind of tragedies? Okay. Now let's see if we can use them correctly in the sentences. So I give you a chance to think, and now I give you a chance to say something. Please repeat after me together. Colleague, exercise, condo, pray, terrible, vaccine, backyard, nap. Again, I will tell you the meaning in Farsi because a lot of you called and say, please say some of these things in Farsi for us. So that's what I'm doing, respecting your or honoring your request. Colleague ماناش همکار است. یک نفری که با شما در یک دفتر در یک مؤسسه کار میکنه او رو به نام کالیگ میگیم. اکسرسایز به معنای ورزش کردن است. دی جملاتی که ما استفاده میکنیم. کاندو یک آپارتمان است که به یک شخص تعلق داشته باشه. پری معناش وظیفه است که میفهمین که او معناش عبادت کردن است، دعا گفتن است، نماز خواندن، تمامش پری میگیم در انگلیسی. Terrible means very very bad. Vaccine این جمله لغت ما شما در فارسی داریم، ما شما تلفظش تغییر میدیم میگیم واکسین. و backyard معنیش حولی است و نپ یا استراحت به یک زمان کوتاه مثل 10 یا 15 دقیقه. بعضی مردم یادت دارن که در بعد از پیشین یک نپ میگیرن، یک استراحت کوتاه دارن. So now let's see what words, whether you could use them correctly or not. Number 1, my neighbor had a big birthday party in his where? The correct answer is backyard. So in his yard, in his hawli, he had a big birthday party because people couldn't fit in the room. So he had the party in the backyard. So the word is backyard. Is there for flu? Is there a what for flu? Flu is what? In Farsi you also say flu, influenza. It's a disease. So for a disease you need what? You need a vaccine. Is there a vaccine for flu? The answer is what? Yes, we do have flu shots. Another word for vaccine is what? Shot. So you take a flu shot, that means flu vaccine, in order to prevent getting sick or getting the flu. Number 3, my cousin bought a 2-story in the city. A 2-story what? A 2-story condo. So condo simply means what? Apartment. This story, S-T-O-R-Y, has several meanings. Here, it doesn't mean qisa. He bought a 2-story condo means این معنای استوری معنایش منزل است. یعنی این لغت استوری یک داستان و قصه را میگه. یعنی مثلا که I want to listen to your story. Beautiful story. قصه بسیار مقبول، قصه بسیار خوب. I want to listen to your story. میخوام به قصه تان گوش بکنم. لکن در این میگن a 2-story condo. این استوری قصه معنا نمیده. این استوری معنایش منزل است. یعنی یک کاندوی 2 منزله خریداری کردم. My cousin bought a 2-story condo, a condo do manzala. So let me read these sentences with correct completion and then you'll move to the next page. My neighbor had a big birthday party in his backyard. Is there a vaccine for flu? My cousin bought a 2-story condo in the city. Next sentence, number 4. Jim worked with Rahman in the same company. Jim and Rahman. Jim is Rahman's what? They work in the same company. So if you work with the same person in the same office, you're what? You're hamkar. In English, that word is what? They are colleagues. Another word for colleague is what? Co-worker. لغت co-worker و colleague عین معنا را داره و معنایش چیست؟ همکار است. 2 نفری که در یک مؤسسه در یک دفتر کار میکنن اونا را به نام colleague یا co-worker again. Number 5, Rahim in a gym every day. What does Rahim do? Rahim exercises in a gym. ورزش میکنه. Exercises. Exercise means you do some physical work there. Do you take in your office every day? Do you take what? A nap in your office every day? Do people take naps in their office yesterday? I don't know, but nap means what? 10, 15, 20-minute short sleep is called nap. Let me read these sentences with correct completions. Jim worked with Rahman in the same company. Jim is Rahman's colleague. Rahim exercises in a gym every day. Do you take a nap in your office every day? Sentence number 7. In Afghanistan, or in Farsi you say Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, Ali used to in a mosque every Friday. So he used to do what? He used to pray in a mosque every Friday. Only on Friday he went to the mosque and prayed. Wars cause tragedies. War cause terrible tragedies. And we know that firsthand of the wars in Afghanistan has caused terrible tragedies. Very, very bad tragedies. Yes. So let me read these sentences with correct completions. In Afghanistan, Ali used to pray in a mosque every Friday. Wars cause terrible tragedies. Now let me read these words for the last time before we move to the grammar lesson. Please repeat after me together. Colleague, colleague. Exercise, exercise. Condo, condo. Pray, pray. Terrible, terrible. Vaccine, vaccine. Backyard, backyard. Nap, nap. Now let's go to our grammar lesson. Part of this grammar lesson is a review. The other part is what? New. But in order to understand the new lesson, it's good to what? Do some review. The قسمت الجرامر قسمت اول ازی به اصطلاح تکرار است که من تکرار امو قواعد گرامری رو خدمت شما عرض میکنم. اما بعد از این تکرار درس نو گرامر است که امو اشکال مختلف فیوچر تنس خدمت شما امروز تقدیم میکنم. و البته این تکرار امیدوار هستم که تکرار سبب شود که شما قسمت نو گرامر را به درستی آگاه شوید و بفهمید. Now let's get started on this one. So the first thing is what? The simple present tense. When do we use simple present tense? We use simple present tense to show an activity that happens repeatedly every day, every night, every month. یعنی زمان حال در وقت ما استفاده میکنیم که یک عمل به صورت متواتر تکرار شود هر روز یا هر هفته یا هر ماه. به طور مثال میگیم که Tom calls Jim every day. دیگه شما تنها شکل simple form of the verb شکل ساده فعل استفاده میکنیم. اما چون Tom است third person singular اس اضافه میکنیم. Tom calls Jim every day. Tom calls Jim every month. Tom calls Jim every year. So because of repetition, you have to use the simple form of the verb. So this means what? At a specific time, which is what? Every day in this case, the action is what? The action is repeated. It's here. So every day at a specific time, the action is repeated. The present progressive tense is different than simple present tense. And that is what? You only use it when something is happening at this moment. یعنی زمان حال جاری ما شما نام چیش داریم به صورت نام گرامریش حال جاری. اما وقتی که میگین که نان میخورم اما الان نان میخورم شکل فعل تغییر نمیخوره در زبان دری. در زبان فارسی ما شما اونا یک شکل دیگه دارن که اونا میگن نان میخورم او the simple present tense است. اما میگن که ما دارم نان میخورم. وقتی کلمه دارم نان میخورم means what? I'm doing it right now. So they have a form. یک شکل دارن که زمان حال جاری را از زمان حال ساده تفکیک نشان بدن. ما شما در زبان دری نداریم. آن در کلمه فارسی در زبان فارسی این شکل موجود است. دارم نان میخورم یعنی دارم صحبت میکنم یعنی همین لحظه it's just going on. That's the same thing in English. You use a form of be is MR plus verb ing to show that something is happening right now. As the Iranians say what? Daram dars metum means this moment I'm teaching. Not if I say dars metum, it could be every day. But daram dars metum means what? I'm doing it right now. In English you say I am teaching now. You are listening now. So you have to use that form. The simple past is for something that happened started in the past, finished in the past, There's nothing about it. Now, the form of the verb changes. You need to know that in English. Of course, in Farsi, we have the same thing. You need to change non mikhurum, arrows non mikhurum. But when you make it past tense, non khurdum. See, mikhurum changes to khurdum. The same thing happens in English. اگه کسی با فارسی با شما بگه که ما دیروز نان میخورم, this sounds weird. The same thing, if you make the same mistake, like if you say that I eat yesterday, it sounds the same. Incorrect. So that's why you need to pay attention. What is the time that you're talking about? Are you talking about now? Are you talking about every day? Are you talking about yesterday? Are you talking about tomorrow? In English, you have to change the form of the verb. In Farsi and Dari, we also do the same thing. So that's why you need to pay attention to use it correctly. So here, the simple past, something that happened yesterday. So you say, Tom called Jim yesterday. See, because it's yesterday, you put what? ED. Means it happened. It's not happening every day. It's not happening right now. But it started and finished in the past. Past progressive tense is used یعنی موضوعی که در حالت جاری بوده. In Farsi and also in Dari we use the same form. We may not have the right name or label for it. Non-خوردم versus non-میخوردم. در فارسی هم ما شما همین تنس داریم. مثلا the بین ازی که non-خوردم means you started something and finished, it happened. Non-میخوردم means something was going on. یعنی یک long action است. میخوردم. Something else happened. Non-میخوردم که برادر مرا صلاح کرد. یعنی the خوردن was going on. Your brother called. It's exactly the same thing in English. So when you say non-میخوردم, you have to say what? I was eating. While I was eating, something happened. Okay? So the past progressive shows an activity that was in progress at some point in the past. Jim was sleeping when Tom called. Jim went to bed at 10 and woke up at 6. So that's the duration. And then during that time, someone called. So here, we use while for past progressive form, and we use when for simple past tense. Jim was sleeping when Tom called. While Jim was sleeping, Tom called. So we use in Farsi we do the same thing. در حالی که وقتی که در حالی که معنای چیست که در حالی که نان میخوردم برادرم بر من تلفن کرد. یعنی عمل نان خوردن، فعل نان خوردن یک وقت زیاده میگرفت. در حالی که نان میخوردم. This was going on. My brother called me. برادرم مرا تلفن کرد. وقتی نان میخوردم برادرم تلفن کرد. So that's the thing. When is used for simple past, and while is used for past progressive form. And we have exactly the same distinction, the same difference in Farsi and in Dari, so it should be easy to understand that while is used for a long action. در حالی که تیوی سل میکردم برادرم تلفن کرد. این تیوی سل کردن یک ساعت یک کنیم ساعت یک نفر میگیره که ساعت 5 شروع میکنه تا 6 اخبار میشنوه. در حالی که تیوی سل میکنه برادرم تلفن کرد. این دمی زمان the telephone happened. تلفن ساعت 5 تا 6 نبود، اما در بین این ساعت 5 و 6 بود. That's why you say در حالی که means while, and when means وقتی که. Okay, that's the difference in Farsi and English. Past progressive, we can switch the place of the two clauses when you use comma at the end of clauses starting with while or when. When you write it, however, you need to be careful where to use the comma. So we need to use the comma. For example, here you say that when Tom called, comma, he was sleeping. Jim was sleeping when Tom called. یعنی ایست که اگر شما یک جمله را در انگلیسی با کلمه while یا when شروع بکنین، در اخیر مو کلاز یا جمله با شما یک کاما بگذارید، بعدا جمله دیگر رو بگویید. مثلا میگین که when Tom called Jim، ببینید کاما را، he was sleeping. اما اگر when شما در بین جمله بیارین، در اون صورت شما با ضرورت به نوشتن کاما نیست. میگین که Jim was sleeping when Tom called. ببینید که کاما در اونجا موجود نیست. وقتی که نوشته میکنین این را هم توجه بکنین که اگر شما شروع جمله تان when یا while باشه، در اخیر مو کلاز یک کاما تان بانید. در غیر از او اگر بگوین که when یا while در بین جمله به ضرورت به گذاشتن کاما نیست. The simple future tense is something new. We just talked about it one time. I'm going to add some more features to it today and add to it. So the simple future tense is used to show an activity that will take place in the future. Something that could happen in the future. یعنی چیزی که ما شما در آینده تصمیم بگیریم که واقع شود. در اون صورت است که ما future tense استفاده میکنیم. در انگلیسی کلمه will اضافه میشه. میگیم Tom will call Jim tomorrow. ما شما به فارسی همه چیز رو به اراده خداوند بگذاریم، میگیم که انشالله تلفن میکنه. کلمه انشالله معنای چیست که این یک چیزی است که در گذشته و در آینده واقع خواهد شد. انشالله یعنی به اراده خداوند که این کار واقع خواهد شد. البته اینا انشالله ندارن در انگلیسی، اینا will استفاده میکنن. میگن Tom will call Jim tomorrow. I will see you again next week. So I will see you again next week. So will is used before the verb to show that an action will take place in the future. See, it's not happening right now. It's not happening every day. It didn't happen yesterday, but it will happen in the future. Okay? Jim will call me tomorrow. I will present lesson 36 next week. In Farsi, of course, we cannot say definitely I will do it. We always say what? Inshallah, after آینده درس 36 خدمت شما تقدیم خواهد کردم. شکل فعل تغییر میدیم، اما در انگلیسی هم will اضافه میکنیم. Okay. Now, there are several ways to express simple future tense. You could say we use will or be, is, am, plus the go and verb ing. For example, you say Tom will call Jim tomorrow. That's one way to say it. Or you could say what? Tom is going to call Jim tomorrow. Is going to, be going to, has exactly the same meaning as that of what? Well. It shows a strong future action that something is going to definitely happen. Okay? That's when you say, I'm going to do this. So if you're very, very, very sure that something is going to happen tomorrow, or you will do tomorrow, you say what? I'm going to. For example, you're very sure that you will call me at the end of this show. You say what? I'm going to call Dr. Popal at the end of the show. Means you have decided, you have your phone in your hand, you have my number written there, all you need is to push the button and say what? Call. Then you say what? I'm going to call him at the end of the show. For something sure, for something 100% sure, you use be or is, am, are, going to plus verb. I'm going to call Dr. Popal tomorrow. I'm going to call him at the end of his show, for example. You could use it that way. And you can also say what? Well. Well means be going to. The negative of will is will not. The short form of will not is won't. W-O-N apostrophe T. Won't. So Tom will call Jim. You could make it negative. You could say what? Tom will not call Jim. Tom is going to call Jim. Tom is not going to call Jim. So when you use is going to make it negative, you just put not after is. So Tom is not going to call Jim, or he isn't going to call Jim. Now, so there are different variations of this well. So if somebody says, I will be in class tomorrow, that means 100%. I'm going to be in class tomorrow. That also means 100%. Okay? So if you want to tell somebody for sure that I'm going to do something tomorrow, or next week, or this afternoon, or just sometimes in the future, you use will or form be going to plus verb. This means you're 100% sure that this is going to happen. I will be in class tomorrow. Means, God forbid that I die, other than that, I will show up. I'm going to be in class tomorrow. It's the same thing. But if you say, I will probably visit Kabul soon, I will probably makes it weak. It's not 100%. So I may change my mind, but it's still 90% possible that I will visit Kabul. I will probably visit Kabul. 90% possibility, 85% possibility. However, if I say I may visit Iran next year, may, or might visit Iran next year, maybe I will visit Iran next year. So these words, may, might, maybe visit, they make the future situation very, very, very weak. And you should make it like a 50%, 50-50. It may happen, it may not happen. And I'll explain this for you in Farsi. اگر شما از یه auxiliary کلمه will یا لغت will یک auxiliaries انگلیسی اگر دی استفاده کنید به صورت عموم معنای چیزی که یک عملی که شما در آینده یک تصمیمی که شما در آینده دارین این انشالله که 100% انجام میشه. یعنی که I will be in class tomorrow. صبح با صنف میایم وقتی که شما will میگین استاد شما همکار شما میفهمه که شما یعنی 100% تصمیم دارین. اگر بگویین که I'm going to be in class tomorrow این همین معنا رو داره. یعنی این در انگلیسی به نام intentional future میگن. یعنی یک فیوچر یک زمان آینده است که شما این تصمیم 100% دارین که برین. به طور مثال سفر میخواین بکنین. میخواین افغانستان برین. اگر میگین که I'm going to go to Afghanistan معنیش است که شما پاسپورتتون دارین، ویزا گرفتین، تیکت طیاره‌تون گرفتین، با اقاربتون در افغانستان اطلاع دادین که تشریف میارین. در این صورت است که میگین I'm going to go to Afghanistan. It's for sure. اگر کلمه will شما با may یا might تبدیل کنین در این صورت است که امکان رفتن شما به افغانستان ضعیف میشه. مثلا میگین که I may go to Afghanistan. یعنی شما نه تیکت طیاره خریدین، نه پاسپورتتون درست کردین، یک دیم فکرتان است که افغانستان میرین. در اون صورت است که چیز به اصطلاح انگلیسی میگیم 50-50. یعنی امکان داره که برین، امکان داره بسیار امکان داره نرین. در اون صورت است که میگین. به این خاطر است که بسیار توجه بکنین وقتی که با دوستانتان که به انگلیسی صحبت میکنن، با همسایه‌تان به انگلیسی صحبت میکنن، با همکارای شما که به انگلیسی صحبت میکنن که شما متوجه همین تفکیک باشین که آیا شما یک کار 100% انجام میدین یا یعنی امکان انجام دادن اون کار از 100% پایان است. اگر از 100% پایان باشه در اون صورت شما از کلمه may, might or may probably استفاده میکنین، در غیر از او as well استفاده میکنین. Let me read these sentences for you one more time and then I will give you an exercise. I'll be in class tomorrow. I'm going to be in class tomorrow. 100% possible, sure. I will probably visit Kabul soon. Will probably visit makes it weak. 90% possible, sure. I may visit Iran next year. 50% not sure. I might visit Iran next year. It's exactly the same thing. That means what? 50% not sure. Maybe I will visit Iran next year. That's the same thing. Maybe I will visit means what? Although you say I will visit, but maybe makes it very, very weak. Okay? So that's why these are not sure situations. So when you talk to people, you have to be careful. If you say I will do this, it means that the people expect you to do it. If you don't do it, then, but you need to know, if you're not sure, use may, use might. If one of your friends tells you, I might call you tonight. I might call you tonight. Don't wait for the telephone call. He's not probably call you. But if he says, I will call you tonight, wait. He is going to call you. Okay? So these are the kind of things that in daily conversation, it could help us understand people better. Here is an exercise for you. So all what I want you to do is this. Write very sure, sure, or not sure for these sentences. I'm going to read the sentences for you first, and then you decide. The first one has been done for you. The school will be open tomorrow. Liz is going to call you tomorrow. Yama will probably go to Germany next week. Maybe Ali will travel to Mexico. It might rain tomorrow. Now let's see whether you can give me the right answers or not. Number one, I did it for you. The school will be open tomorrow. That simply means what? Very sure. You say, the school will be open tomorrow. You speak from the authority. Now, so the school will be open tomorrow is what? Very sure. What about Liz is going to call you tomorrow? So, is this very sure or not sure? The correct answer is very sure. So, it's some kind of what? Planned thing. If you plan an action, if you decide very firmly to do something, you use going to. I'm going to. For example, you want to paint your house. You buy paint, you buy a brush, you need help, you ask your friends to come and help you. You've taken every step possible to paint the house. So you say what? I'm going to paint my house tomorrow. خدمت شما فارسی عرض میکنم که ایره همی کلمه که is going to معنای intentional future است. یعنی در واقع امو ترم گرامری ازی، نام گرامری ازی intentional future است. یعنی یک زمان آینده است که شما تصمیم 100% دارید. یعنی باز کارا به طور مثال شما میخواین که به طور خانه خدا یا منزل خدا رنگ بکنید. شما رنگ خریدین، برس رنگ خریدین، اشخاصی که به شما کمک میکنن برای رنگ کردن او را هم خبر کردین. در این صورت گفتن نمیدونین که I may paint my house tomorrow. No. شما تمام کارهایی که باید با رنگ کردن از این خانه میشد اون کارا رو شما انجام دادین. رنگ هم خریدین، برس هم خریدین، رفیقایتان گفتین ساعت 8 باشه بیاید که شما کمک بکنن. پس you say what? I'm going to paint my house tomorrow, or I will paint my house tomorrow. You cannot say may or might. Okay? So that's what it means. Yama will probably go to Germany next week. Will probably. Is this 100% sure? Please say no. It's not. It's for sure, but 90%, not 100%. Maybe Ali will travel to Mexico. That is what? That is not sure, 50%. It might rain tomorrow. Might rain tomorrow. Not sure. Maybe it may rain, it may not rain. So if you hear on TV that it might rain tomorrow, you don't have to carry your umbrella. But if the TV tells you what, it will rain tomorrow, it's going to rain tomorrow, carry your umbrella because it's going to happen. It's just the level of what? How possible something is. Now let me read these sentences for you with correct completions, and then we'll go to the next page. The school will be open tomorrow. Liz is going to call you tomorrow. Yama will probably go to Germany next week. Maybe Ali will travel to Mexico. It might rain tomorrow. Now, use when or while in the following sentences. So remember, you use when for simple past tense. And you use while for past progressive tense. You should be able to what? To distinguish the difference. در این جملات در خالیگاه هایی که به شما داده شده در بعد از اینا while WHILE استفاده میکنید و در بعد از اینا when یعنی WHEN استفاده میکنید. تفکیک یا تفاوتشون نیست که شما کلمه when یعنی WHEN بر زمان موضوع ساده یعنی simple past استفاده میکنید، اما while بر موضوع جوری استفاده میکنید. So let's look at the first one. I will read it for you first, and then you think and decide, and then after that, I'll give you the answers. فقط شما یا کلمه when یا کلمه while دیگه استفاده میکنین و ببینین که آیا شما امو درستش در خلاقه استفاده کرده میتونین یا نه. Number one, Ahmad was writing a letter. Anwar called. Hila came. Abdullah was eating dinner. Bob was waving at Mary. Lily saw her. Anne called. Bob was exercising. Sima saw Fahim. He was fixing his bike. Now the first one, Ahmad was writing a letter. Anwar called. Here, Ahmad was writing a letter. You need to look at where do you use while. Is this with the clause with simple tense, simple past tense, or with a clause with past progressive form, and then decide. So Ahmad was writing. Was writing is simple past or past progressive? The correct answer is what? It is past progressive. So the correct answer is what? While. While Ahmad was writing a letter, Anwar called. اگر شما کلمه when استفاده کنین درست نیست از نظر گرامری. مردم گپ شما رو میفهمن که چی میگه. لکن it's not correct English. Hila came. Abdullah was eating dinner. You say what? When Hila came, Abdullah was eating dinner. بخاطر که Hila came is what? Simple past. You must use when. اگر بگوین که while Hila came, Abdullah was eating dinner, it's not correct English. Yes, people understand you, but it's not correct English. Bob was waving at Mary. Lily saw him. When Lily saw him. See, you could use it in the middle of the sentence. And then, but see, which clause do you use it? Lily saw her. Saw is the simple past. And called. Bob was exercising. While Bob was exercising. So Bob was exercising is what? The past progressive form. Sima saw Fahim. He was fixing his bike. So we say what? When Sima saw Fahim, he was fixing his bike. Now let me read these sentences with correct completions. While Ahmad was writing a letter, Anwar called. When Hila came, Abdullah was eating dinner. Bob was waving at Mary when Lily saw her. Anne called while Bob was exercising. When Sima saw Fahim, he was fixing his bike. Now let's look at the next page. The next page is also using while and when, but this time instead of choosing when or while, you choose what? The correct form of the verb. Sentence number 1. While the children play, their mother called. Number 2. The phone was ringing when Jennifer walked in the house. When the teacher called my name, I was talking. While the students sing, the teacher came. I cleaned my room when it started to rain. Now let's see if you could use the correct form. While the children play, their mother called. See, because of while, which form of play do you use? Played or were playing? Because children, it's plural, you need to use what? Were playing. While the children were playing, their mother called. If you say, while the children played, incorrect. Why? Because the sentence starts with while, and it should show a long action. So while shows a long action, when shows a short action. That's the difference too. The phone was ringing when Jennifer walked in the house. See? When Jennifer, when, that shows what? Simple form. So you have to say what? When Jennifer walked in the house. When the teacher called my name, I was talking. When the teacher called my name. So you need to say what? The simple form here, because the sentence starts with when. While students, let me see if I could get the correct answer, were singing, their teacher came. So the singing was going on. The teacher came at one point. Okay? Long action, short action. I was cleaning my room when it started to rain. See? The cleaning was going on and then the rain started. Okay? To make a long story short, as they say in English, I will tell you again these rules in Farsi. يعني از نظر معنا کلمه when و while یک معنا داره تقریبا. اما وقتی که شما while استفاده میکنین باید از نظر گرامری در انگلیسی از زمان ماضی که جاری باشه استفاده میکنین. این یک چیزی که long action in the past. مثلا میگن که در حالی که تیوی سن میکردم برادرم تلفن کرد. یعنی در حالی که means what? You started watching TV for a long time. Within that time this thing happened. در صورت است که for while you use past progressive form. Past progressive means what? You use was or were plus verb ing. I was watching TV. They were watching TV. Was watching, were watching. These are past progressive forms. So you use while with them. And you pronounce them while. Okay? You use when for simple past tense. For یعنی کلمه when ما با زمان ماضی ساده استفاده میکنیم. When the teacher came, I was walking in the class. The teacher came at one point. So هر وقتی که در جمله شما when شروع میکنین، یک جمله رو با when شروع میکنین، باید فعلی که دو استفاده میکنین simple past باشه. اگر while شروع میکنین، جملهشتان به while شروع میشه، باید است که فعلی که دو استفاده میکنین باید past progressive باشه. Okay? I hope it's clear, but I will keep reviewing, repeating, and practicing so that you could get as much of it as possible. Now let's go to the next page. Our next page is the verb forms. So what I have for you, I have the present form of a verb, the progressive form of the verb, and the simple past form of the verb. Okay? Like bite, biting, and then blow, blowing, rob, robbing, feel, feeling, fill, filling, leave, leaving, live, living, become, becoming, start, starting, climb, climbing, and help, helping. این لغات هم به شما ترتیب کردیم به خاطر اینکه ما قوانین زیر و شما قبلا گفته بودم که وقتی که شما ING یا progressive form تشکیل میدین از چه قوانینی باید شما به اصطلاح پیروی بکنید. bite معناش چک زدن است، مثل که شما you bite an apple, you bite your tongue. بعض اوقات آدم در خلال گپ یا در استراحت زبان آدم در بین دندان میره بایتش میکنه یا سیب بایت میکنه یا یک به اصطلاح یک سگ یک آدم بایت میکنه. بایت معنیش چک زدن است. و اما وقتی که میگین بایتینگ، اینمی ای آخر که در بایت است ما رو ببینید با حرف نارنجی نشان دادیم. اینمی وقتی که شما آینجی رو اضافه میکنین کلمه ای را امی حرف ای را حذف میکنین، رو باید از بین ببرین، دیلیتش کنین. و بخاطر است که بایت میشه بایتینگ. blow, blowing. به اینجا تنها ING اضافه میشه. blow معنیش چیست که پف کردن است. باشه شما یک پفخانه را پف میکنید به طور مثال. rob معنی دزدیدن است. این نفر بانک دزدی میکنه. مثلا کابل بانک یک گروپ راب کرده، دزدی کردن پیسه‌اش. rob R-O-B است. در این صورت است که وقتی شما consonant, vowel, consonant یعنی که یک لغت یک حرف کانسوننت باشه، باز واول باشه، باز کانسوننت باشه، پیش از اینکه شما ING اضافه میکنین باید اون کانسوننت آخر دبل کنین. از اون خاطر است میگن robbing, double B. feel, feeling تنها ING اضافه میشه. fill, filling تنها ING اضافه میشه. leave مثل bite آخرش ای داره، پیش از اینکه شما ING اضافه کنین باید که حرف ای را حذف بکنین و او را به اصطلاح انگلیسی دیلیت بکنین و او به خاطر از شما ING اضافه میکنین. live, living عین همی قاعده سر کلمه live هم تطبیق میشه که وقتی که شما ای را اضافه میکنین و او ای سایلنت باشه، ای سایلنت شما حذف میکنین و به عوضش ING اضافه میکنین. living. become, becoming the same thing with become. E is deleted, ING is added. و starting no problem. climbing تنها اینجی اضافه میشه. دلیلی که ما این به حرف پینک نشان دادیم، به رنگ پینک نشان دادیم نیست که یعنی این تلفظ نمیشه. یعنی شما بیر نوشته میکنین اما تلفظ نمیکنین. یعنی شما این قسم تلفظ میگین مثل که بی نباشه، میگین climbing not climbing. There is no bing. The B is silent. You don't put ing. Climbing, okay? Climbing, okay? No B. But you have to write it when you write it, when you write the sentence. But when you talk, you don't need to worry about the B. Helping. Now the past form. Bite, biting, bit. Bit is what? The past form of bite. Blow, blowing, blew. مثل که امی رنگ او بیره میگیم blue عینی تلفظ داره ای. اما ببین تلفظش امی اسپلینگش فرق داره. B-L-E-W. Blue is the same thing. It's the past tense of blow. Rob, robbing, robbed. ببینید که عین امی قاعده که سر اضافه کردن آینجی تطبیق شد، در اضافه کردن ایدی هم تطبیق میشه که پیش از اینکه ایدی رو اضافه میکنین باید بی دبل شود. چرا؟ به خاطر که حرف اول آر کانسوننت است، حرف دوم او واول است و حرف سوم بی کانسوننت است. وقتی که یک واول در بین دو کانسوننت، یعنی که حرف واول در بین دو حرف کانسوننت بیاید، کانسوننت آخر باید دبل شود پیش از اینکه دو آینجی یا ایدی اضافه میکنین. و یا به خاطر داشتن امی حروف واول هم در انگلیسی بسیار آسانه، چرا اونجا 5 حرف واول است. یکیش ایس، دیگیش ایس، دیگیش آیز، دیگیش اوز و دیگیش یوز. باقی حروف تمامش وقت کانسوننت هستند. دیگه به این خاطر طور آسان است ما این رو بتونیم بیان داشته باشیم. و دیگه ای که راب is what? voice sound. ایدی که اضافه میکنین او مثل دی تلفظ میشه، میگین robbed دی تلفظ میشه. fell, feeling, felt. یک حرف یک فعل بی قاعده است، به اون خاطر است که ایدی نمیگیره، شکلش تغییر میکنه. fell, felling, felled. O is also a voice sound. وقتی که شما ایدی اضافه میکنین ایدی تلفظ دی میگیره، میگین filled. filled نمیگینش، filled. He filled the farm. You do not say he filled the farm. Filled the farm. Okay? یعنی فرمان خانه پوری کرد. fill به معنای پر کردن است. و مثلا شما گلاس آب پر میکنین. You fill the glass with water. You fill a farm. You به اصطلاح انگلیسی رو پر میکنین. به اصطلاح فارسی پر میکنین، انگلیسی پر نداریم. And then leaving, left. یک فعل به قاعده است. And then live, living, lived. Also what? یک حرف صدادار است. وقتی که شما ایدی رو با حرف صدادار اضافه میکنین تلفظش دیس، lived. become, becoming, became. یک فعل به قاعده است، به خاطر شکل سیومش فرق داره. simple pastش. start, starting, started. ببینید که اینجا ایدی اضافه میکنیم start، ایدی started، اما تلفظش دی نیست، اد است. ما شما یک قانون رو برای شما قبلا عرض کرده بودم که اگر یک فعل با حرف دی یا با حرف تی تمام شود، ختم شود، وقتی که شما ایدی رو اضافه میکنین تلفظ ایدی اد است، اد. اوکی؟ میگین started، boarded، اد. دی گفته نمیشه، board id، started، that kind of thing. And then climbed, you just put D there, the pronunciation is D. And then finally helping, helped. help ببینید یک حرف بی صداست. وقتی که شما ایدی رو با حرف بی صدا اضافه میکنین خود هم دی هم چی میشه؟ بی صدا میشه. شکل بی صدای دی تیست. یعنی شما نشته میکنین ایدی تلفظ میکنین تی، helped. Okay? Now لطفاً بعد از ما تکرار بکنید. Please repeat after me together. Bite, bitting, bit. Blow, blowing, blew. Rob, robbing, robbed. Feel, feeling, felt. Fell, felling, felled. Leave, leaving, left. Live, living, lived. Become, becoming, became. Start, starting, started. Climb, climbing, climbed. Help, helping, helped. I have more exercises, but unfortunately I don't have more time. So what you will do is you will take it from here next week and continue with this. But at this point I have to stop, and then we can start later on. I should also mention that today's lesson is live. You're welcome to call and ask your questions. My number, and also my cell phone number actually, and also the station number is on your screen. You're welcome to call, ask your questions. You can ask your questions in Farsi, in Pashto, in English. I'll be glad to answer you in any of these three languages that I just mentioned. بیننده های بسیار محترم تلویزیون ایمان، درس امروز ما با همینجا به پایان رسید. تا هفته آینده شما را به خداوند متعال میسپارم. باید بگوییم که به اساس خواهش شما، به اساس فرمایش شما، به خاطر تلفن‌های شما، ما کوشش کردم که قوانین گرامری و معنای لغات به زبان مقبول فارسی هم به شما تقدیم بکنم. امیدوار هستم که در قسمت فهم امو کلمات و امو قوانین گرامری یک تسهیل رخ داده باشه و ما در آینده هم امی در نظر ما خواد بود، چرا چندین تلفن شد که ما با شما با فارسی صحبت بکنم برای اردو دیده به زبان به اصطلاح فارسی و همراه شما به فارسی خواد گفتم و این قوانین به شما به فارسی ارائه خواد کردم. در این قسمت چون درس امروز ما لایف است، اگر شما کدام سوال داشته باشین، کدام پیشنهاد داشته باشین یا کدام چیزی رو میخواین با ما در میان بگذارین، نمره تلفن ما بر روی پرده تلویزیون شماست. میتونین که تلفن کنین و با ما مستقیما صحبت کنین. اگر حالا وقتش ندارین، شما میتونین که نمره سلفون ما رو بگیرین و با سلفون ما که 925 768 48 85 است، هر وقت خواسته باشین تلفن بکنین و ما تا حد آخر کوشش خواهد کردم که جواب سوال شما را براتون ارائه بکنم. بر ترتیب چون تلفن من نمیبینم دیگه، شما را به خداوند متعال میسپارم. هفته خوش و جمعه خوش برای شما میخوایم. تشکر. خداحافظ.